Okay, Madam Chair, we are streaming live now on YouTube and we're prepared for takeoff. And remember, you'll need to press your speaker button there.
Yes. Okay, everyone, welcome to the hybrid meeting of the Transportation Disadvantaged Local Coordinating Board. I'd like to call the meeting to order. My name is Myra Uribe and I'll be chairing the meeting today. We also have a team of folks working to ensure this meeting runs smoothly. Today's meeting was advertised on MetroPlan Orlando's website and social media, as well as through targeted emails. Florida Sunshine Law requires a quorum to be physically present in a room for a government meeting, which we have officially met. So this meeting is being held in a hybrid format with a minimum quorum physically present in the room and the remaining members joining us online via Zoom. Members who are joining us online are expected to participate fully and vote on all action items. To facilitate the items today, I will recognize virtual hands first and then those in the boardroom with me. There are also 2 public comment points in the meeting. Members of the public who want to speak will use the raise hand feature on the Zoom screen. If attending by phone, you can also hit *9 to raise your hand and request to be recognized. When you're called, your microphone will be temporarily unmuted by staff and will ask you to state your name and contact information for the record. We also accept comments via email and phone messages before the meeting. The guidelines for public comment are posted on the metroplanorlando.org/virtual meetings site. Public comments received before the meeting will be read into the record by staff at the appropriate time during the meeting. Now it's time for the Pledge of Allegiance. Today I'm going to ask Mr. Chad Ballard to lead us in the pledge. Everyone else joining us online, please keep your microphone muted. If you are able to stand, please do so. Thank you, Mr. Ballard. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Ballard. At this time, Miss Lisa Smith, can you please call the roll to ensure we have a quorum?
All members joining us online, please go ahead and unmute yourselves now for the roll call. You can go on mute again after your name is called. Please make sure your video is on if possible so we can confirm it's you. You will find your unmute and video buttons on the bottom left side of your toolbar. Please say here or present when your name is called. Bates.
Here.
Ford.
Here.
Grezik.
Here.
Hickling.
Here.
Dr. Levine Silverman.
Here.
Melia.
Here.
Zubritsky.
Here, present.
Okay, now I will move on to call the roll for those that are present in the room. Arnold.
Here.
Baldwin.
Here.
Ballard.
Here.
Berry.
Present.
Jennings.
Here.
Olson. Smith.
Present.
Uribe.
Here.
Witt.
Present.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Lisa. Next. Fantastic. Thank you, Lisa. Next, Ms. Whittington, you are recognized for your announcements.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman and committee members and all those who have joined us online. I want to say thank you so much for your flexibility in arranging this meeting today, and especially to those of you who've joined us here in person. As mentioned by the chair, we're going to be facilitating this meeting today with questions by those online. If you'll use the raise hands feature to be recognized. You'll see that there's a chat feature on your toolbar. This communicates with all panelists in the meeting, which includes the committee members who are online, staff, and the presenters. We ask that you only use this if you're having technical issues or need assistance. A full record of the chat comments will be included in the public record for the meeting. Today's meeting is accessible to the public via computer, tablet, or phone. And there will be 2 public comment periods this morning, one pertaining to action items and the other related to comments that are of a more general nature. We'll provide instructions on how to share public comments at that time. The recording for this meeting can be accessed later on Metro Plan Orlando's YouTube channel. And you'll find links to the YouTube channel as well as today's meeting agenda in the chat box, which is located at the bottom of your Zoom screen. Madam Chair, this concludes the announcements that I have today, and we are prepared to move forward with the agenda as printed.
Thank you, Ms. Whittington. We'll now hear from public comments on today's action items. Do we have people who want to speak on any action items? If so, please raise your hand with the raise hand function fixed at the bottom of your screen or by pressing *9 on your phone keypad. When we call your name, the host will unmute your microphone. You will see a button pop up that says the host wants to unmute you. Accept that prompt to activate your microphone. We ask that you provide your name and address for the record. Please hold your comments to 2 minutes or less. If there are there any comments at this time?
Leilani, are there any hands?
On the public side, there are no hands at this time.
Great, thank you.
Okay, and do we have anyone present that wants to make a comment?
We did not have any in-person comments today, Madam Chair.
Are there any written comments that were submitted before the meeting?
We did not receive any written comments prior to the meeting.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Whittington. That concludes our public comment moment. And guys, we're halfway through our agenda. Now we move to the action items. As a reminder to those who may view this meeting later on YouTube, this is a special meeting for action only. Each of the items were presented at the May 13 LCB meeting. We did not reach quorum at that meeting, so the items have already been presented. There are 3 items first. The first one is approval of the February 11th meeting minutes. It was at tab 1 of your agenda, are the minutes of the February 11th LCB meeting. Do we have a motion to approve the meeting minutes from February 11th?
This is Dr. Silverman. I move to approve the February 11th minutes.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Members attending online, please use the raise hands feature to be recognized. Any comments or questions online?
Leilani, are there any hands online?
There are no hands on the public side.
Wonderful. All members who are online, please unmute your microphones. We will now take a voice vote with everyone participating both online and in person. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Now we're going to move to our second approval of the draft TDSCP minor updates. At tab 2 of your agenda were proposed minor updates to the 2020-2025 Transit Development Service Plan. This item was presented by Ms. Trish Whitten with links. Ms. Whitten is with us today in case there are any follow-up questions or questions that were not answered. At this time, I just want to make sure because she is here and I don't know if anybody had any questions from that meeting. Do we have any questions online or in person for Ms. Whitten?
Leilani, are there any hands online with questions?
At this time, there are no hands on the public side.
Okay, thank you. At this time, I ask for a motion. Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Members attending online, please use your raise hand feature to be recognized. Any comments or questions online or in person?
Leilani, any hands?
There are no hands.
Thank you, Leilani. All members who are online, please unmute your microphones. We'll now take a voice vote with everyone participating both online and in person. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Oh, I'm gonna assume that was an aye for approval. Any opposed? Wonderful. That the motion carries unanimously. We're going to go to section C, which is approval of the rate calculation worksheet. Likewise, the fiscal year 2021-2022 rate calculations for access links were presented at the May 13th LCB meeting by Mr. Norm Hickling. As a reminder, on rate calculations matrix is on the screen for you, and Mr. Hickling is presenting in case there are any questions. So if anybody wants to look at that, that is available right now on your screen.
And Madam Chairman, as a reminder, these are the rates that will go into effect July 1st.
Okay, I hope everyone heard that these rates will go into effect July 1st. Are there any questions either online or in person before we move on? Anyone here?
Leilani, are there any hands for questions?
There are no hands on the public side at this time.
Okay, so we save Norm again. Do I have a motion to approve, please? Do we have a second?
Second.
Great, we have a motion and a second. Are there any questions or is there any discussion on this item? Members on Zoom, please use your raise hand feature to be recognized. Again, any comments or questions now that the motion has a motion and a second?
Leilani, are there any hands?
There are no hands.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All members online, please unmute your microphones. We will take a voice vote. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. We're in the stretch, everyone. Okay. Wonderful. Those are all the actions that we needed to take in. And right now we're going to go back to, are there any committee members who have any final comments? I first recognize any of our members joining us on Zoom. Please use the raise hand feature and unmute yourself when you are recognized. Is there anyone in the room or on Zoom that would like to be recognized from a committee?
Leilani, are there any members online with hands up?
There are no hands.
Okay, thank you.
And I see no one here in either. Okay, fantastic. Thank you, everyone. We will now hear our second public comment section is any other comments from the public? Do we have anyone wishing to speak at this time? If so, please use the raise hand function found at the bottom of your screen or by pressing *9 on your phone keypad. When we call your name, the host will unmute your microphone. You will see a button pop up that says the host wants to unmute you. Accept that prompt to activate your microphone. We ask that you provide your name and address for the record and hold your comments to 2 minutes or less. Are there any comments at this time, Leilani?
No, there are no comments or hands on the public side.
Okay, is there anyone in person today that wishes to make a comment?
Madam Chair, there is no one in person to make comments this morning. We're just checking the chat just to make sure that there's nothing yet. Okay.
I know, it's too good to be true. We're moving so fast. Is there,
Correct.
do we have any written comments that were submitted between now and 9 minutes ago?
We have no written comments that were presented prior to or during the meeting.
Fantastic. This is a record-setting time. So I just want to thank everyone who joined us today and made time to meet us today. And if there's no further business, we are adjourned.
And just as a reminder, we are live and in color in this room, full meeting in August.
Yes. So I hope that last note, we are back in August. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.